possible prime ministerial candidate?
I don't know. How am I to say?
Who's going to be the prime ministerial?
It doesn't really
Nitish
matter.
Kumar?
It doesn't really matter. As long as my country moves forward, I don't care.
You may not care, but the country needs to know.
Country
कि leader कौन
doesn't
होगा?
need to know. In 2004, which country knew that Manmohan Singh would be prime minister? Or that which country knew? Who knew in the country? What are you saying? And they govern for.
So we'll hurtle along and.
Why hurtle along? The best years in terms of economic growth happened during those 10 years. Why hurtle along?
Well, and India has been added to India. We've grown from a 2 trillion economy to almost
It's
a
bound to grow because you're 1.4 billion people now. Every new individual who becomes an adult has earned something. So let's see.
So the growth that happened in the Manmohan Singh years is because of Dr. Manmohan Singh and the Congress party.
Because of
but
the
growth that
policy.
happens now is not
No,
because
you're talking
of
about GDP and you are talking about GDP, I'm talking about growth. They are two separate things. I talked about growth, you talked about GDP.
How
So
else do
there's
you-
two different things. GDP doesn't represent growth. It's
You
the
said
gross
the
domestic
economic.
product. Growth is, it grew at 7.9% or grew at 8%. This government has never crossed any of those.
in the worst times, our growth rates have been
You're not for the government. What do you mean are?
are as in India.
In
Aren't
India.
we all Indians?
Okay.
That's what you began.
I thought you were talking about BJP.
You know,
No, no,
our
good.
growth rate means our country's
Okay,
growth
good,
rate.
huh, so-
The BJP doesn't have a separate growth rate from the Congress
I'm
party.
I'm just saying when you said,
No,
you were talking about Congress and BJP.
You're
No?
trying to make me trip.
No,
I'm not going to. आपका जितना experience politics
आपका भी
में
है ना?
मेरा यहाँ है
No,
तो
no, I
मैं
don't.
इतनी जल्दी